Hi there, welcome to today's vlog. I'm in the process of preparing a service for this coming Sunday, and the passage which I've been wrestling with or looking at comes in the 25th chapter of St. Matthew's Gospel. It's the story Jesus told of the wise and foolish virgins. They were preparing for a wedding celebration, and they've got there, the lamps were prepared, trimmed, but the bridegroom was late in arriving, and by the time he arrived, the 5 foolish virgins realized that they'd run out of oil and they didn't have any spare with them, whereas the 5 wise virgins had brought some extra supply of oil, and so they were able to go in and join and be part of the celebration, whereas the foolish virgins had to run off and try and find some oil. And by the time they got back, the doors were well and truly closed to them. And they said, "Let us in," but the bridegroom said, "No, I don't know you." So they missed out. And at the end of that story that Jesus tells you, he says, "Keep watch, because you do not know the day or the hour." In other words, it's really a story to illustrate that we need to be prepared for that time when Jesus returns and takes his people to be with him. We need to be alive and vigilant and prepared about his work. And I was thinking about the kind of meaning of that phrase, "keep watch." And as I was thinking about that, I remembered another passage with the same phrase, and that comes in the following chapter in Matthew's Gospel, Matthew 26, the story of Jesus in the Garden of Gethsemane, when he takes Peter, James and John with him, and he goes off to pray, but he says to them, "You keep watch during the time when I'm going to pray." And when he comes back, he finds them asleep, and he says, "Look, couldn't you wait with me 1 hour? Couldn't you keep watch with me for 1 hour?" And I remember many years ago reading a book by a guy called Dick Eastman called "The Hour That Changes the World," and the importance of our dedication to the life of prayer. And prayer is really part of the expression of our relationship with God, isn't it? It's not just us coming to God with a begging list, but it's an expression of our relationship with God. When I go out for my early morning walk, I try and make that a time of focusing on God and speaking to him, yes, and trying to listen. But of course, the reality is that many of us fail in this thing called prayer. And I was really challenged by something that Tim Keller put on, I think it was on Twitter, certainly on social media. Tim Keller has written many Christian books, helpful books, really insightful books. And I'm pretty sure that he's currently got or been diagnosed with terminal cancer. What a horrible disease cancer is, isn't it? But he wrote this, which, as I say, I found really challenging. He said, "We are so quick to tweet, Facebook and Instagram, but we are slow to pray. We spend hours on the internet, but minutes on our knees. Whenever anyone asks me if I have any regrets in life, I say, I should have prayed a lot more." And that is an understatement. And I can really identify with that. I really feel that prayer is so vital. What the hymn writer wrote, didn't he? Prayer is the Christian's vital breath. "Keep watch with me," said Jesus. Do we really pray as we ought to do? When we think about how we spend our time day by day, how much do we devote to the life of prayer? Not just when we set aside specific time, but as part of the expression of our daily walk, our daily life. So that's something that's really challenging me, and maybe it'll speak to you too. God bless you in your walk with Jesus, in your prayers. God bless you. May He help us to draw close to Him day by day.